So good morning, everyone. I hope I'm audible, right? I'm clearly audible and visible, right? Okay. So we are good to go. Good morning, everyone. And Mr. Abhinav, if possible, please turn on your video. That would be great. So a small introduction about today's session and our chief guest, Mr. Keshav today. So today we are going to have an exclusive session. Like this is like toppers talk session 2. Lastly, we had a session with two of our toppers, Mr. Saurabh Singh and Mr. Abhinav, right? So today we are going to have one more topper for exclusively for this paper 2 strategy who has scored well in paper 2 in this UPSC CAPF examination 2024, like 108 out of 200, which is a very good score in this attempt. So we are very happy to introduce Mr. Keshav Singh, All India rank 312, and who has scored 108 in paper 2. A brief background about Mr. Keshav Singh, like he has been a very sincere and dedicated aspirant who has given some 5 NDA attempts, 2 CDS attempts, and he has been continuously part of this UPSC and the CAPF attempts. And like God has blessed his hard work and determination with a very decent enough rank this time after so long. So more than like his values of perseverance and determination, what I would like to emphasize here is that from all these long and arduous journey, he has so many learnings to share with you all, right? So please try to be part of the session throughout, and if you have any queries, just reserve it till the queries section that we will be having as a second part of the session, right? So just note it down quickly, and we will have it as this queries clarification session later, right? So this is a small introduction about Mr. Keshav, right? So with that, I hope we are good to go with Mr. Keshav. Please, you can just take forward the session. And just one more thing, Mr. Keshav has also started his own YouTube channel for helping candidates with the UPSC preparation. Especially, I hope he will share more insights for this UPSC CAPF examination, with which he has come out with flying colors in recent attempt. So you can, I have shared the link of this YouTube video link like channel here. So you can just click on it and you can subscribe to the. So as of now, there is only a brief introduction session, but soon we may be uploading some insights about this paper 2 preparation strategy on a regular basis. So you can simply share, like subscribe to his channel and follow his channel also, right? So that is it from my side, and I request Mr. Keshav Singh to take forward the session. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, Keshav, you are audible.
Okay, sir. So first of all, sir, I would like to thank Manikandan, sir, for all the support and guidance during my interview stage of preparation.
Just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Sorry for the interruption. And I would like to inform to every candidate, like during the last session also, I would like to emphasize here one thing, that Mr. Keshav has also been associated with us only for this personality development program. But since he wanted to share his insights, we are merely providing him the platform. But he has very good experience, and he will share more number of insights. Just try to benefit out of it. So don't be misled that he has been associated with our paper 1 or paper 2 test series. This, I would like to put it as a disclaimer in the very beginning. So thanks a lot. Yes, Keshav, we are good to go now. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So first of all, sir, I wanted to thank you for all the support and guidance during my interview stage of preparation, and for today's opportunity to interact with all of the future officers. And so thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And I'll start with a little about myself, sir. And I come from, sir, Saran district of Bihar, and I've done my graduation in political science honors. And I have given several attempts of NDA and CDS. But since last 3 years, sir, I have been preparing for civil services and state PCS exams. So means preparation of that exams helped me in paper 2 of the, sir, UPSC CAPF. And I was able to complete my paper 5 minutes before the before the allotted time due to my mains preparation only, sir. And in the last 5 minutes, sir, I highlighted all the important points, data, facts, which I had written in my essay reports and arguments. And so that was very helpful. And I wanted to highlight about that, sir. And I have given, sir, 3 attempts of CAPF in 2021, 2022 and 2024. Sir. So in 2022 attempt, I scored 80 marks in paper 2, sir. And I missed the written cutoff by 2 marks in that exam, sir. And in 2024, I scored 108 marks, which might be one of the highest in this exam. And
Definitely, yes, sir. It is one of the highest, definitely.
yes, sir. And I think, sir, that's the reason why I was in the final list, because I had average marks in paper 1 and interview. So there were several things which I did differently in my 2022 and 2024 attempts. So I would like to highlight that in this strategy session, sir. So I would request everyone to please take a paper and a pen so that you can write if you find anything important from this session. And
We can just
so,
quickly take a pen and paper, and we will just have a break of just 3 to 5 seconds, so that you can just take your pen and paper if you are not prepared for this.
yes,
Just
sir.
3 to 5 seconds. Be quick.
So in this attempt, I focused on two things, sir, majorly. So first one was time management
Small
and how
request,
to manage. Yes, sir.
Keshav, you can generally address the candidates.
Okay, okay,
You
sir.
can generally address the candidates. No issues at all.
Okay, okay.
That would be even great. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So in this attempt, I majorly focused on two things. Firstly, it was a time management and how to manage time properly, so that I was able to complete the paper 5 minutes earlier. So I will discuss that in detail. And second one was resources. What are the resources that I use to make further points for the essay, arguments, and report writing? So uh, first one would be, sir. First one would be time management. That I think it is one of the lengthiest descriptive paper by UPSC, and the nature of paper is very different from the other papers like civil services and like other exams conducted by UPSC. So to manage time, first of all, I decided the in what order I am going to attempt the question. So uh, and I decided that before entering the exam hall. It was in my mind that I'm going to attempt the paper in this order. And to verify that, I have written three mock papers in that order only. And if you guys want, you can note this. First of my order was like first of all, I completed grammar and then comprehension, and then I moved on to report writing, and after that I wrote arguments, and then essay, and then Précis. I attempted Précis in the last. So
Okay.
do you
A
want me
small
to?
request. Yes, just repeat once, because
Yes.
we have
Okay.
been
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
So repeat it once a bit slower, so that it will be
Okay.
easier for the candidates to note the word. Thank you.
So my order was first of all I attempted grammar, and then comprehension, and after that report writing, after that arguments, then essay, and then Précis. And in my mind, I had also allotted times, like I will be completing this in this much. It was in my mind only, like I allotted grammar 20 minutes, and then comprehension 20 minutes. Like in comprehension, each question carries 4 marks. So I allotted 4 minutes to every question, and I tried to write in my own language. Don't try to copy and paste all the comprehension points on the. Try to explain it in your own language. That will be more beneficial, I think. And after that, I allotted report writing 20 minutes, 10 minutes to each report, and then argument writing 30 minutes, 15 minutes to both. And I allotted essay 80 minutes, like 5 minutes for brainstorming and arranging the order in which order I'll be writing my essay. 5 minutes for brainstorming and 15 minutes for writing in a correct order. And I allotted Précis 10 minutes. So I think this is the most important part of the time management strategy. Before entering exam hall, you have to have this in your mind that you have to arrange the paper, like attempt the paper in this order only. You can decide order as per your convenience also. And to decide if this order is working for you or working for you or not, you have to write like 1 or 2 full length mock tests. So like in time management, this was the first thing, how to decide like correct order of attempting the paper. And second one is mock test. Like you will have to write at least 1 or 2 full length mock tests before going to the exam. At least 1 or 2, or 5 and 6 is a good one. I attempted
Okay, Saurabh, a small request, Saurabh. We will have all these queries in the later part, Saurabh. Since you have connected lately, I wish to emphasize this point. Like we will have this queries clarification session. No issues, no issues. I'm just since you have connected late, I'm just reminding you, right? So can reserve any candidates who have connected lately. You can reserve your queries. Let Keshav sir finish his inputs in the first half of the session, and like if your queries are still not clarified during his inputs, then you can just resolve those queries to be clarified in the later part. Okay, so thank you. Yes, Keshav, go on, please.
So I guess you all have written the order. So second one is practice mock test. Practice is very important. So you'll have to write at least 2 to 3 full length mock tests within the time allotted, like within the 3 hours or 3 hours 10 minutes. Like you can take 3 hours 10 minutes in at home, and I think 10 to 15 minutes can be managed in exam hall. After that, in time management, you will have to have like fodder points for all of the issues. So you will have to prepare fodder points very comprehensively, so that it is so comprehensive that you can write essay and arguments both from those fodder points. Like if the same topic is asked in the if you have prepared essay about that and it is asked in the argument writing, so you'll have to have that fodder point so that you can write both of them. And also you can prepare data, facts, and news. So I have a Telegram channel. I'll upload a PDF about data and facts in that Telegram channel.
I will share the channel link here, Keshav.
Yes, sir. And you can also download quotes for essay. Like it is not mandatory to write quotes in every essay.
Guys, I have also shared the Telegram channel link of Mr. Keshav sir. If you want, you can just click on the link and join there. Thank you, Keshav.
Like there is so much like free PDFs available on data, facts, and quotes. You can take a printout of that and prepare that, and like use it very wisely. Like don't use anywhere anything. First of all, understand the direction of the question, in which direction the question is asked. And if the quote is like suitable to that, then only use it. So awareness plays a very important role in that. Okay, so and the so this was the first thing which I focus on, time management. I hope everything is clear about.
Guys, does anyone has any queries here up till now, or can we go forward?
Like
No
you guys
queries?
can ask queries about time management.
So if you have any queries so far, you can just raise your hand and you can put forward your queries to Mr. Keshav sir. Anyone with any queries? Even Abhikash, Aman, Bharat, Dhanush, Dinesh, Harish, any queries? Or are we good to go? Okay, I hope we are good to go forward, Mr. Keshav sir. We are
Okay,
good to go.
thank you. So the second part was resources uh, that I used, and what can you do? Like first one is the newspaper. If you are reading newspaper daily, so that's the best thing. That's the best source for paper two. But like I was not reading newspaper daily, so I used to prepare from monthly magazines of Vision IS, and that was helpful. And like I used to prepare security issues, IR issues, disaster management, and polity, social justice. So if you are reading newspaper daily, so you don't have to go here and there. Like you don't have to go for monthly magazines. Newspapers are the best resources for paper two. And if you are not reading newspaper daily, you can refer to monthly magazines of Vision IS, which is available like free available on their website. So this was my first resource. And like I had a detailed solution of paper two of last 10 years PYQs. Detailed solution was there, which I got free on Telegram. I'll be uploading that also in my Telegram group. So like if you see
Mr.
the
Hatch, just a minute, Keshav. Mr. Hatch, what is your name, Mr. Hatch? So in any case, we will just try to restrict here with paper one. For paper two, you can simply go to our YouTube channel, and there Mr. Saurabh Singh and Mr. Abhinav has shared their insights in our last topper start session that has been held on Wednesday. I will just share the link of that video. You can just look into it. Okay. So paper two was the sole focus in this session. Okay, thank you. Yes, Mr. Keshav, please go on. Sorry for the interruption.
so understanding PYQs is very important, and it will help you to understand the mindset of the examiner, like in what direction the question is being asked. So solving PYQs is very important. Detailed PYQs you will have to have of at least like essay, argument, and report writing. So first one is like newspaper or monthly magazine. Second one is detailed solution of PYQs, and third one is list of expected topics. Like third one is list of expected topics. It is provided by various coachings, and like it is provided for free on their YouTube channel. So you can take note down the list. Please give a thumbs up if you guys are understanding what I'm saying.
Everyone, Mr. Rajesh, please give your.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. So third one is list of expected topics, and note down these expected topics and create further points on them.
Saran, do you
Yes,
have any
Karan.
queries, Saran? Saran, do you have any queries? Or was it a mistake? Mistake. Okay, if you have any queries, you can just unmute yourself, or you can just drop a message in the chat box. Anyway, is fine. Please, Keshav, you can go on. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay, sir. So first one is either newspaper or monthly magazine. Second one is detailed solution of PYQs. And the third one is list of expected topics. It is provided for free by various coachings on their Telegram or YouTube channel. So take a list of those topics and create further points on them. And the further points should be very comprehensive so that you can write you can write essay as well as arguments on them. And there are a few evergreen topics on which you should have further points already. That would be like India's relation with its neighboring countries. Last year there was no question on this, so there might be a question on this year. Indo-China and Indo-Pakistan is very important. You should also prepare multilateral institutions which were in use. Multilateral institutions which were in use like BRICS, NATO, and role of UNSC. IR, you can prepare all these multilateral institutions, India's relation with neighboring countries, important events of the world, and then agriculture is also farmer related issues, health related issues, women related issues, and prepare comprehensively on internal security issues and defense related issues. These are few evergreen topics. You will have to have good further points on this. You can prepare data facts on these topics, like internal security issues. If you Maoism, Naxalism, regionalism, three language policies in use, so you can prepare all this. So that's all from in resources section. First one is newspaper. If you are not reading newspaper, then monthly magazines. And second one is detailed solution of the PYQs, which will help you to understand the mindset of the examiner. And most important is the direction of the question, in which direction the question is being asked. And third one is list of expected topics and prepare further points on them very comprehensively. So that's all in resources section. Okay, thank you, sir. So that's all I prepared for this session.
Okay. Just a minute. Okay, so thanks a lot, Mr. Keshav. And see, a brief recap of whatever Mr. Keshav has said so far. Like he has emphasized, first of all, he has emphasized on the order of approach when it comes to your timely completion of paper 2, and starting from that, order of approach, he has also given some insights on time management, right? And followed by that, he has emphasized on having fodder points, ready-made fodder points, so as to be prepared and be quick with your time management. So that is his third point. And when it comes to this fodder point, he has emphasized on some of the sources, right? Starting from the newspaper reading and going on with this last 3 years, 10 years of questions and model answers for it to have some ready-made fodder points. And thanks a lot for all these insights and the structured guidance for paper 2, Mr. Keshav. Thanks a lot. It was very structured, and we appreciate your your effort and your concern to share your insights. So, and we would also like to emphasize one thing that, yes, Mr. Abhinav, please.
Sir, I would like to ask Keshav that if he can give a framework for essay, argument, and report writing, and also his strategy about attempting the Précis and comprehension would help the aspirants a lot, sir.
Yes, that was a good point, Mr. Keshav. Like, how did you put forward this different areas, essay, argument, report, Précis? Like, what was the strategy that you followed there, and how you maintained the structure? What was your approach across all these dimensions? That would be very good for the candidates. Thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav. Thank you.
Okay. Sir, for essay writing, it is mostly like the long answers of UPSC Civil Services mains. So for that, you can prepare like intro, body, and conclusion type. For that, for body part, which is very important, I used to do pestle analysis and SWOT analysis. Pestle analysis means P stand for political, E for economical, S for social or scientific, T for technological. So this helped me in creating dimensions, major dimensions of the essay, which will be the body of the essay. And I tried to write 2 to 3 paragraphs in every page in essay, 2 to 3, 7 to 8 paragraphs in every essay. So pestle analysis was very helpful for me in creating dimensions of the essay.
Okay. Also, just to clarify here whether this, when it comes to this essay rating, whether the candidates can go with point format ratio, because most of the candidates are simply dumping content in point format in essay. Because writing in point format for argument is appreciable, but writing it in essay in a point format is not very appreciable, right? So, what is your thought on it?
So I could not understand the question. One format means?
Like, see, point format, you are emphasizing on a paragraph, right? Like you are say, writing in 2 to 3 paragraphs per page and the full essay in some 7 to 8 paragraphs, right?
Yes, sir.
But candidates write it like a 10 mark or 15 mark question in this civil services examination. They will simply give a subheading and then they will give the points, right? Like the further points that you are saying, without elaborating or without describing it or without narrating it in a paragraph format, they will simply dump the facts with all the further points they have. Are you getting
I did that in my 2022 attempt.
Okay, so what is your take on it? That was what I just want you to clarify with the candidates. Like, what was the difference between that in your previous attempt? Have you ever tried that, and how far it has helped you, or how far it has put you in a dangerous situation? And then how you came to rectify it, and what was the difference between these two? I just want you to give some insights on this.
Okay. So in my 2022 attempt, sir, I wrote in that format only, like point format and like intro, body, point. So I think that was not very helpful for me, as I scored only 80 marks in that time, sir. So I think, in my personal opinion, sir, essays should be written in paragraph form only.
Okay,
So
so that's
I tried to accommodate all my points in. Like if I had to write points, so I'll write firstly, then explain the point, then secondly, then explain the point. That's how. If I have to write something like I have a political dimension, so I'll write politically, then write the point. So that's how I approached in this one.
like try to elaborate a little bit on the point, right?
Yes,
In a paragraph format.
yes, sir.
Rather than giving that point in 1 or 2 lines, just trying to elaborate on it with
Yes,
this
sir.
phrases.
Like there was a question on digital economy, opportunities and challenges. So if I have to write about opportunities, so I like the opportunities coming out of this digital economy. Firstly, then secondly, in the paragraph form only, sir.
Okay. So although you are trying to club some 2-3 points, you are writing it in one single paragraph rather than writing it as separate points, like
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Yes,
So
sir.
instead of writing it as point format like 1, 2, 3, you are writing it them as a paragraph, like firstly, and then secondly, thirdly, so
Yes,
as one particular paragraph, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So good
I
to
think
know.
that I think in my personal opinion, sir, essays should be written like that only.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
That is what we have been emphasizing with the candidates. But to know that from some of the toppers, that will be even more convincing enough for them. So that is why I just wanted you to clarify to the candidates. And Mr. Abhinav has also said that, according to me, essays should be written in paragraph format and arguments can be in point format. That is what Abhinav. That is actually the true case. Essays should definitely be written in paragraph format only. Arguments should be written in point format as much as possible. So 5 to 7 points under one each head, like argument for and argument against. So Mr. Abhinav has also emphasized on the same thing. So thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav. Yes, Keshav, there was one small query from Ms. Pankra. So can we write a poem at conclusion in case of psychological essays? Also, I can hear some background noises. Okay, see, leave about this background noise. So can we write a poem at conclusion in case of psychological essays?
Conclusion, I could not understand the question.
Conclusion part of essay, introduction, conclusion. So if it is a
Yes, sir.
psychological essay, like happiness, something like we'll have it on, like happiness is individualistic or something like that. So what she is asking is that in such psychological essays, can we write a poem at the end, like at the conclusion part?
Yes. You can write conclusion, but not like you'll have to start like to sum up, and then your opinion, like conclusion.
Anyway,
Like
that's
you should
Mr.
not give a heading. You should not give a heading conclusion, and then write conclusion. You should write in paragraph form only to sum up and comma, then this.
So maintain a proper sync with the overall flow of the essay, as has been said by Mr. Keshav sir earlier. Like it should not be out of context. Whether you are writing a quote or a poem, it should not be out of context. It should flow naturally with the overall structure of the essay. So that is the concern that we should keep in mind.
Okay, and then for argument writing,
yes, go on.
Can I move ahead with argument writing?
Yes. So just a few other queries it seems. We'll just finish it here. Just a minute. Mr. Saurabh has said how factual points play a role in paper 2. As they really crucial, or they are really crucial, and how many marks you expected actually in paper 2 rather than mark sheet. Like he is asking, like you have been emphasizing on this part of points, right? So what he's saying is that truly essential, and how far that has helped you, and what was your expected mark before you have gotten this mark sheet, actual mark sheet? What was your expected mark in paper 2? Was a query from Mr. Saurabh.
So like don't overload your essay with only factual points. Like if you write anything to substantiate that, use data and facts. Like if you are writing in digital economy that it will boost our economy, so you will have to have a data to substantiate that India's economy will like India's digital economy will grow by this much by 2035. So if you are writing any point to substantiate that, only use data.
Okay, Mr. Dinesh has asked, sir, can you give insights? Dinesh, he will definitely give insights on grammar part, precise rating. We are going in order, starting from essay. So can please wait a little bit. And Mr. Rahul has asked, can we give subheadings to the body part of essay? Okay, sure.
No. That's what I'm saying. If you are writing like anything political dimension, so start your paragraph with politically, underline that, comma, then your point.
Okay, so any suggestions from Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav here in this context, like to give subheading or not for essay?
Sir, like we can use subheadings like there are some typical subheadings which goes like a double-edged sword, silver lining. So such subheadings I think we can use, sir, but not exactly like introduction, conclusion, and body. We cannot use them. And as said by Keshav, we can start the passage or the paragraph with the intention. Like if we are going with political dimension, like politically. If we are going with social dimension, then socially. So that we can do, sir.
Okay, so thanks a lot. Yes, Mr. Saurabh, please.
Yes, sir. My personal opinion would be we should never give some heading, because most of the time what I have noticed in my friends also, we used to check each other's copy. So I have noticed that when they used to put this heading and when they start writing the paragraph within that heading, so sometimes they ignore the heading which they have put. Like if they have put economically, they would be writing something different. So it again, gets them into a negative limelight. So rather than putting heading, just put the paragraphs and write like that, like Keshav has mentioned.
Okay. So I will take the stand of Mr. Abhinav. Like, although, see, politically, economically can never be considered as subheadings. Subheadings, as Mr. Abhinav has said, like digital technology or social media as a double-edged sword. Or when it comes to this attaining $5 trillion economy or $10 trillion economy and emphasizing on the significance of certain things, then we can say, as Mr. Abhinav has said, the silver lining. India's youth potential as a silver lining, something like that, not like politically, economically. Because see, but the thing, what I personally feel is that, and this is what I recommend to the candidates who are involved with our test series, like to give some subheadings on aligns with what Mr. Abhinav has said. So that will give a proper structure to the essay, right? And by giving the subheading, the candidates have the scope to restrict to their discussions to that particular dimension that we are actually discussing in our this important topics discussion session. So from that, candidates might have some good idea, I hope so. But here it is kind of 50-50. There is no hard and fast rule. And here I take the stand of Mr. Abhinav, like to give some subheadings on aligned with what Mr. Abhinav has said, right? So not this economically as one subheading or politically as one subheading, right? So here it is 50-50. I and Abhinav take one particular stand of giving subheading, and Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Keshav, our two other recent talkers have taken a different like stand here. So it is up to the candidates. Like you can better try with the two structures, right? So and whichever suits you will, because some candidates are very naturally coming up with some subheadings, and they themselves have said that they feel very confident in writing it with subheadings that gives them some structure or a flow. So it is up to the candidates' individual needs. Anyways, thanks Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav for clarifying and giving their insights here. And moving on with Mr. Rajat. Sir, in exams, how to tackle question which one have very little knowledge. Like this time I got stuck in GM crops, tropical rainforest. Yes, Mr. Keshav, please.
So in that one, pistol analysis or SWOT analysis will help. Like I was on in this one, so tropical forest, there was question on tropical forest. So I attempted that importance of tropical rainforest. So I was aware about like importance, their locations, and like various negative things also, like deforestation, neglected tropical diseases. So like I created brainstormed these points and arranged it in an order, like introduction about rainforest, then what are the importance, so and then after that antithesis, like what are the negative things, and then I wrote a conclusion. So this pestle analysis or SWOT analysis will be helpful in that, in creating dimension.
Okay, any suggestions or ideas or insights from Mr. Abhinav and Mr. Saurabh? Your suggestions here. Yes, Mr. Saurabh, please go on.
Yes, sir. Sir, I would like to emphasize that some of the candidates who will be there in this platform, they might be like me. For example, I was giving a lot of SSBs and then I used to give these written examinations. So I used to be in dilemma, like how I can improve my knowledge base. Like I used to follow the newspaper, but me competing with the CSC guy is a completely different thing, because I have to focus on my SSB. We have this psychology test and various other tests. We have to focus on that also. Plus, we are reading the newspaper, and plus we are preparing for this examination. So when I was writing this paper too, in essay there are 6 topics. So out of these 6 topics, I was only sure about 2, which was the digital economy and some security related issue. I was only sure about these 2, and then there were 4 topics. So I took 10 minutes to decide like which 2 topic I should write. So there was this tropical rainforest. I had no knowledge about it. Although I might have seen this topic in my geography NCRT, but I have skipped it. I have no knowledge. What is the rainfall? What is the disease? What is? I don't know anything. So I took the easiest topic which was there. Like there were 2 topics which were related to some tribal issues, and I tried to write very journal essay. I didn't have the knowledge for that also. I write the journal point which a normal candidate can think, but I ensure that whatever I write it in a very good convention confidently. Like there should be no doubt in writing from my side. I should put all the points which I know. So this was my approach, and I want to convey this to all my people who are from similar background like me, who are giving SSB and preparing for CAPF. It is for them. Definitely the CSC candidate here has an edge because they have the better knowledge base and they are dedicatedly preparing for it. But the SSB candidates, they are going for the SSB, then giving this CAPF. So I would say them that they can definitely attempt the essay which they find is more relevant, or they can put some point in it, rather than attempting this tropical rainforest or some difficult topic, because there they will be not having very much good points, and they will be finishing their essay in 1 or 2 paragraph. So that's my suggestion, sir.
So
Attempt
play
with the
as per
topics
your
which you.
strength.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So play as per your strength, as with the crisp of what Mr. Saurabh has said. Thanks a lot, Saurabh. And Mr. Abhinav, any points, Abhinav?
Yes, sir. Here I completely agree with Saurabh. So if you are not having any idea about like the topics he has mentioned, like the GM crops or tropical rainforest, they are very factual in nature. So if you are not aware about that facts, you better not attempt that essay and go for some essay which is general in nature. So that you can tackle it in, if not very well, but you can write, at least attempt it.
Yes, yes. Okay, so thanks a lot, Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav. Thanks a lot. And to console you, Mr. Saurabh, I would like to say one thing here. You need not fear this civil services guys, because they have some other drawbacks. They take it very lethargically and they write it as a 15-mark question, dumping the points, in fact, at this point format, all the facts. They don't approach this essay as how Mr. Saurabh has been saying. Right, so it is ultimately it is going to be a level playing field. So we need not worry about this or fear about the civil services guys. They have their own disadvantages. That is what I want to say here. Anyways, yes, Mr. Abhinav, please go on, please.
Yes, sir. And the civil services candidates are used to writing 1,000 and 1,200 word essay, but here the trick is that we have to write an compact essay within 300 words. So
Which they
that
find
it's
very challenging.
Yes, sir. It is a challenging part.
So we need not fear the civil services guy. Ultimately, it is going to be a level playing field because you are strong in one area and they are strong in one area, and you are weak in one area, they are weak in another area. So that UPSC is at the end, it is a perfect level playing field, right? Even if you consider this paper one, someone may be strong in science and maths, and someone may be strong in this economy and geography, and someone may be strong in history part itself. So, but overall, it is going to be a very level playing field where every candidate will be able to attend hardly around some 95 to 105 questions, right? Except for some rare cases like this year's topper who has secured 162.64, even in a question like 2024. There are all some rare breeds. Let us not consider them, right? Okay, so moving on with one more query from Mr. Zubair. While writing essays and argument, I stuck in the middle, totally dumb, no points I generate. What would be the solution for this, sir? Thank you. Mr. Rakesh, please.
I could not hear the question. Can you repeat it?
What he's saying is that in the middle of writing an essay or an argument, he is going totally blank without being able to generate any particular point. So what can be the solution for it? That's what his question is.
Okay. So same, sir, like question analysis was helpful in my case.
And one more thing is that you have been emphasizing on this fodder points, right? If they are like good with this fodder point, then they will definitely be able to come up with a few points. Although not like with so many points, they will be able to come up with at least a few points, right? So Abhinav and Saurabh, any suggestions here? Like how to handle situations which are completely blank? Yes, Mr. Saurabh, please.
Yes, sir. The same thing happened with me in Sir Paper 2, like in 2024. So there was this topic in argument, household work is a unpaid or something like that.
Unpaid labor.
So,
Household work is
yes,
unpaid
sir.
labor.
Yes, sir. So this was the topic. So actually, sir, like Keshav has mentioned about this time management. So I did a very fantastic time management this time. I wrote the essays, argument, and I had this half an hour left, and I was left with just one argument. So I was deciding like what I have to write in this, because I was not getting any point. I was blank at that point of a time. So what I did was, sir, I took a pause for 5 minutes. I thought for different dimensions on this particular topic, and then I went to the rough section. So I wrote some points like fodder points, which Keshav has mentioned, some fodder points which I had in my mind. So I wrote them, and then I decided that this would be my structure, and then I attempted that argument. So the main crux here would be that you take your time, 6 minutes, try to come up with some framework, like what will be the structure of your essay or argument, and then start writing, rather than simply just reading the topic and start writing. So it would be beneficial, because it will help you to tackle the question.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Saurabh. Mr. Abhinav, inputs.
Yes, sir. In this regard, I would like to say is do not just go on attempting the question, but before you attempt the question, you have to definitely brainstorm about the question. You have to think in multiple dimensions, like are you able to understand the question in the first place? Secondly, are you able to approach the question in multiple dimensions? And so in that way, you can follow what Keshav has said, the pestle and SWOT analysis. You can think in multiple dimensions. Then if you are able to think in multiple dimensions, and then you go for whether you know any factual data about each and particular dimension, then combining all of these, you can go for an essay.
Right.
And I have also shared
Yes, yes.
the document to sir. Sir will be sharing with you
Yes.
about how to write this.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav. Abhinav has shared a document that I will be sharing after this session in our parent channel this earlier ideas. And thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav, for your insights. So I would like to clarify just one single point in this particular point of time, like whatever Mr. Keshav or Abhinav or Mr. Saurabh has been saying, this question approach or the SWOT analysis approach. See, they are restrictive to certain topics only. You need not try to approach that, one size that doesn't fit this one size fits all approach. So you have to be very careful with the issue over which this particular approach can be superimposed, right? If there are some socio-economic issues, then you can go with this pestle approach. But if there are some disadvantages or challenges faced to questions, then you can go with this SWOT analysis. What are the challenges? What are the advantages? What are the opportunities? That you can go for this SWOT analysis. Like they are, what do I say? They are context specific. So don't try to apply all this particular approach to all the questions. That would definitely not help you. So try to understand, as Mr. Keshav, Mr. Saurabh, Mr. Abhinav has been very constantly emphasizing. First of all, try to understand the demand of the question and try to think of the probable dimensions from which the question can be tackled, right? So you need not rigidly follow this pestle approach or the SWOT analysis because they are very context specific, right? So that is one thing. So Mr. Rahul has said in last session, Saurabh sir told about resources PDF for paper 1. Can you share that PDF as well after the session? Sorry for interrupting. Okay, no issues, Rahul. I'll just request Mr. Saurabh sir and I will share it with you. And as of now, Mr. Abhinav has also shared a document with me, like how to choose an essay. There are so many insights in that PDF document. I'll just share it now. Okay. So in our group. So that is from my side. Like moving on with Mr. Keshav. Like I hope we are to begin with argument writing, right? So are you guys clear with how to approach an essay that we have discussed so far? Anyone has any other queries? So can we move on with the argument part? So can I get a thumbs up from the candidates? Yes, yes. Thank you, Abhikash. Thank you, Subair, etc. Thank you, Harish. Yes, Mr. Keshav, we can just start with your inputs on Keshav, and followed by that, Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav has also contributed their inputs. Thanks a lot. Yes.
So my structure of argument was try to understand the question like properly. What is the core issue there? So, and I used to write in UPSC format only. So 2 lines introduction and then arguments in favor, point wise 1, 2, 3, 4, then arguments against 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a balanced conclusion. Like, did you guys get me? Like, give a thumbs up if you guys understand. 2-3 line introduction, simple, and then arguments in favor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, Dinesh. So 2-3 lines, simple introduction about the core theme of the question, and then arguments in favor. Like you'll have to understand the direction of the question. To understanding the direction of the argument is very important. Like there was a question on classical literature should be a component of curriculum. So I wrote like 2-3 line introduction about classical literature, then argument in favor, like it should be a part of curriculum, and then argument against 1, 2, 3, 4, like why it should not be, and then in a balanced conclusion I wrote that various classical structure are being inducted in our curriculum, and there was a recent case of PhD on Srimad Bhagavad Gita in BHU, I think, or JNU. So I wrote that in conclusion. So that's the format I follow.
Thanks a lot, Keshav. Mr. Saurabh or Abhinav, any insights? Are you done with that, Keshav? Do you have anything to share?
Yes,
You're
sir.
done?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we'll move on with Mr. Saurabh. Yes, Saurabh, please.
Yes, sir. So Keshav has defined the format of the argument. I also follow that format only. But I would emphasize that the student should know why this argument is being included in CAPF examination. This argument is nowhere in CSE or some other examination. It is only in CAPF. So the reason being is very simple. You will be deployed in certain areas where there is no court, no judge, nothing. You are the sole forces or the sole leader on the ground, and you have to take certain decisions. For example, if you are deployed in Chhattisgarh areas, there are some Naxals, there is a land dispute. So you will be the guy who will be there and you will be solving their problem. So that's why you have seen in argument that you will be writing both for and against. You will be writing for and against, and you will be the same guy. So you do not have to, counter your own point, like something you have supported, and again in the next section you are countering it. So it will not give you good marks. So try to remember this point. And in conclusion, sir, I would suggest that always have a balanced approach. Never be critical about anything like government or something. Always have a balanced opinion and try to put it in a very simple way. And about the introduction, like Keshav has mentioned, 3-4 lines are more than enough. Just try to connect your introduction with the topic. It should not be off from the topic. It should be relevant to the topic so that the examiner could get an overview, like whether you have understood the topic or not. So it should be like that. That's it from my side, sir.
So thanks a lot, Saurabh. What Mr. Saurabh sir has said is that you should be able to think on both the dimensions, like both aspects of an issue, and that will help you to come at a middle part at the conclusion. But like you should be in a position to understand the multidimensionality of a particular issue, and then come to a balanced approach finally, right? That is the very important aspect of this demand behind this argument section. And thanks a lot, Mr. Saurabh, for clarifying so detailed. Thanks. And how about Mr. Abhinav? Please, any insights from your side?
Sir, they have almost covered all the points, but I would like to emphasize on a single point that it is very important to understand what's the demand of a question, because sometimes we end up writing for us against and against us for. Like it is very important to understand in that perspective, sir.
Like,
So,
I would like to clarify what Mr. Abhinav is saying. Like, you should know the nature of the question. That has been said by Keshav Pant also. Like, you should know the nature of the question, whether it is positive or negative. Sometimes the question will be very negative. For example, climate change is irreversible. The question is negative. So the argument for should be negative only. Don't go with the standard framework that argument for is always positive points, argument against is always negative points. Argument for or argument against should flow from the nature of the question. If the question itself is negative, then argument for should also be negative. Like climate change is irreversible. Yes, it is irreversible because of so and so reasons. That should be your set of argument for points, and why it can be reversed, and what are the various measures that we are already taking for it. So that should be your argument against. That is what Mr. Keshav and Abhinav has been emphasizing. Like the argument for and argument against should flow from the nature of the question rather than going with some generic version of argument for with positive points and argument against it or with negative points. Is that clear? Am I right, Mr. Abhinav and Keshav? Like this is what you guys are trying to emphasize, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. And Mr. Subayar has asked for arguments should we write heading and define it or directly mentioning points 1, 2, 3, etc. Which will be better? Any of you guys can clarify, like Keshav or Saurabh or Abhinav?
Sir, you can introduce the topic like in 2-3 lines and then arguments in favor and then against.
I think whether he is asking like apart from this introduction and conclusion part, I think he is asking for giving subheadings to each and every point in an argument for and argument against. Is that right, Subayar?
Yes, yes.
That's what you are asking. Okay, so I think he is typing. So how about you, Mr. Saurabh and
Yes, yes, you can do that. You can do that.
Saurabh? Any insights here? Saurabh and Abhinav?
Yes, sir. He can do that. Like I used to use
That's
the.
what I did also.
Yes, sir. I used to use the blend of both. Like in some argument, I'll be giving some heading and then expanding it. In some argument, I'll be starting directly. So you can use both the approach and you will score same marks. It hardly matters.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Anything from your side, Mr. Abhinav?
Sir, nothing, sir, but I would like to ask the candidates one thing, that if they have any doubt, it's better to clarify, like raise a hand and then ask verbally rather than texting.
Yes,
So that
yes.
would be very clear.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was a very good suggestion. And I request each and every candidate to raise your hands here like this, and then you can just unmute yourself and ask your questions. That will be more clear and that will be more time effective, right? Because the understanding is not very matching here, like what you have put in here in the chat box and how we decode it. So that is actually not very productive. So better try to raise your hands and then just unmute yourself and put forward the question. Okay, so that would be better and time effective. So moving on with Mr. Saurabh, please share your expected marks after analyzing yourself up with. Okay, Saurabh is still standing there. Keshav, please.
Sir, I was expecting like 105 marks, approx 105.
Okay,
And
okay. So are you happy now, Saurabh? Okay, okay. Okay, Mr. Dinesh, you can definitely drop a message at this number, Dinesh. I try to clarify what I have said there. We'll just go with the flow of what is being discussed. Right? You can just drop a message in Telegram. I'll try to elaborate it once again. Like I have been saying that the argument for an argument again should flow from the nature of the question. No? That is what he is asking, but we'll discuss it later on. Okay, so any guys has any other doubts with respect to the argument section, or are we good to go with the other pending sections? Anyone has any doubts? Abhikash, Aman, Bharat, Dinesh, Harish, Jairam, Rupanka, Mantra, not in a situation to ask verbally, so please excuse. Okay. Why not in a situation to ask verbally? Okay. Classic Keshav. Repeat of Keshav is like situation. Yeah, okay, no issues. So any others? Do you guys have any other doubts? Pankaj, Praveen, Prajwal, Priya, any doubts? Or are we good to go with the other areas of paper 2? Okay, so thank you for your confirmation. Yes, Mr. Keshav, we can take forward with the following sessions, like pending areas.
okay, so for report writing, first of all, you'll have to be clear about the format. Like if you write in the format also, then also you can fetch like 1 to 2 marks for format. So and it is given in the question paper only that you can't use your name or address. You will have to write like ABC, XYZ. So you will have to like follow the format which has been mentioned in the question paper only. And the question is very abstract. It is not like to the point. So like the question was voter turnout in an election. So you can write about any election, but there was like Lok Sabha election. So I created like you'll have to feel like a reporter, and that you are writing to your like editor of your news agency, and then you'll have to write it. So that's what I followed. Like the question was on voter turnout. So my report writing was focused on recent Lok Sabha election, their voter turnout, like what are the steps taken by government to increase voter turnout. So that's what I did. And there was also second question on rehabilitation on war victims. So like I created a scenario like a war reporter in like Israel, Palestine, and Russia, Ukraine, and what is happening to like war victims of there. So I wrote about that, and I relate it to the like failure of multilateral institutions like UNSC and others. So I did that. Like consider yourself as a reporter who is writing to like to your editor of news agency. So that's what I did. And format is very important. So you'll have to stick to the format which has been mentioned in the question only. So that's all from my side.
So anything from your side, Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav?
Yes, sir. Like Keshav has mentioned that we should stick to the format. That's true. Second is that how you perceive the topic. Like it is always open-ended. It is never close-ended. It is always open-ended, especially in report. So you must perceive the topic correctly, follow the format, and one more thing, sir. Uh, Always maintain a good handwriting. That would be very helpful. I always emphasize this because my whole life, like I was very I used to write very badly in my school days, so I used to get very scolded from my father. Then again in college life, my professors used to point out like your writing is not understandable. So I try to emphasize everyone like writing definitely plays an important role. It will give you additional 2-3 marks, and 2-3 marks is a very big thing when it is about the final merit list. So always maintain the writing, and what Keshav has mentioned, it is absolutely true as far as report is concerned, sir.
Good handwriting will give legibility to your paper, and this legibility will reflect as a good overall presentation. And more than that, it will make easier for the evaluator to understand what you have written. If you are stressing the evaluator to first of all understand what you have written, there itself you are at a disadvantageous position over your competitors. Right, that has been very rightly emphasized by Mr. Saurabh, sir. Thanks a lot,
Yes.
Mr. Saurabh. And
Yes, sir. Like
Mr. Abhinav?
yes,
Yes, Saurabh. Please, sorry.
yes, sir. Like sir, I have seen that most of the guys who were preparing with me, they used to have very good content, but the only problem was their writing was not understandable. I used to look or ask them what you have written, like what is this word, what is this sentence. So it is also an issue. So if you maintain the writing, definitely and definitely you will be having a good content. You'll score a good marks than other candidates. So that's why, sir, emphasis is on writing from my side.
Okay, thanks a lot. Even that is a very good input and very necessary input too. Right? And moving on with Mr. Abhinav. Abhinav, any insights, Abhinav?
No, sir, not anything else.
Okay. So, is there any queries from the candidate side with respect to this report writing for, or can we go ahead with this Précis and RC? Any queries, or if no queries, please just thumbs up. Yes, Harish, please go on. Unmute yourself, and if possible, please turn on your video also, if possible.
No, sir, it's not. Okay, I will just speak. Hello. Hi, sir.
Harish, your voice is too low, Harish.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, go on.
Sir, I in report writing, how to
Harish,
manage.
your voice is low again. Your voice is very low.
Hello.
Yes, Harish.
Sir, in report writing, how to manage the report without any data or points, like if you don't remember on that particular time, how you manage the report without any data, like is it possible to?
Okay, so Mr. Keshav, Saurabh and Abhinav, what he is asking is, if I don't recollect any data with respect to this report writing, how should I manage that without any specific data? For example, let us consider this voter turnout in an election. We had this 2024 Lok Sabha election, and he is not very sure about the percentage of voter turnouts, whether it is 65 or 72 or whatever it may be. So in such a case, how should I manage? Is that was his query from Mr. Harish?
Yes. So I think, sir, you should have been as much aware that it is high or low. So you don't have to explicitly mention the data. You can answer in it was higher than last year. It was like it, or it was lower than last year, and why it was higher or why it was lower. So you can follow this one. Like you don't need to overburden with data.
Okay, thank
You
you,
have
Mr.
to be
Keshav.
aware about like it was higher or lower, and you can write that.
The general trend would surface rather than going with a specific fact. That is
Yes,
what
sir.
Mr. Keshav has been saying. Thanks a lot, Mr. Keshav. And Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav, any insights from your side, suggestions, how to handle in case of no facts, how to handle a report?
Sir, I may not be a right person to answer this because due to that, in that case only I have left the second report completely. I have left it untouched.
Okay, no issues. How about you, Mr. Saurabh?
Yes, sir. Same issue with me. Like I was not sure about the data. I don't have this Lok Sabha data, how many voters have turned around, or this war victim rehabilitation. So I used to write journal points, which I knew. Like Keshav has mentioned, I knew that the voter turnout from last year was, this year was very high. So I have mentioned this point. Then I have pointed out why it was high, like Keshav was mentioning. I mentioned about the facilities that was available at the centers. So I wrote like this. So if you don't have the data, just write the journal thing, which is understandable by everyone.
Okay, okay. So here I would like to remind every candidate one thing that has been said long back by Mr. Keshav Kant, like you should read the newspaper regularly, because when it comes to this report writing, although they sound open-ended, all those issues point to some current events that has been in the last 6 months' time or 3 months' time period. So regular newspaper reading is very, very important, because this voter turnout in an election is like because of the 2024 MP election we had. That was the news background for it. And this rehabilitation of war victims. We had this Israel-Palestine war, and we have been having this Russia-Ukraine war that has completed close to 2 years by the time we had this report. So that was the background of it. And this Israel-Palestine was a new addition to the conflict, right? So these were some of the like news background. So as Mr. Keshav has said very long back, it is very much recommended to read the newspaper regularly, right? So that way you will have at least some passing border points that we can refer in a passing way. Even to know the trend, whether it has increased or decreased, you should know, you should have read from the newspaper, because rarely we focus on these facts. Even if we are reading from any monthly compilations, rarely we do focus on such facts, like the voter turnout this year. It was like for this 17th Lok Sabha election, it was on 73% or 68%. That facts or data will rarely give much focus. So you just try to gather all these important points from casual newspaper reading on a day-to-day basis. See, at the immediately after the day of elections as a result, they will have very boldly highlighted this. This has been the voter turnout in the first page of the newspaper. Like this year's voter turnout was like 68% or 72%, and it has been higher or lower than the last year. That they will have mentioned in the very heading itself. Heading, and followed by that, there will be one or two brief lines about the crux of what is being given in the full article, right? So you can simply read the heading and then the crux of the editorial from this news article. From these two areas itself, you will be able to see these kind of product points, right? On a casual reading of newspaper on a daily basis. Are you guys clear with whatever I have said? Okay, okay. So thanks a lot. And is there any query with respect to report writing, or are we good to go with this precise and reading comprehension part? Okay, so thanks a lot. Yes, Mr. Keshav, please go on with this precise and reading comprehension part. I don't know how you completed precise in just 10 minutes this time. I am very curious to know that. Please go on.
Sir, I attempted Précis in the last. It was in last order. So what I did was, when I start reading passages, I divided it into 3 parts. Okay, like divide your passage in 3 parts and try to write it in your language, whatever you have understood from the first part, second part, third part. So that's the strategy I followed this time, and I was able to complete within 10 minutes.
Okay, okay. How many times have you read the given passage, Keshav, to understand what has been given? Because to write it in your own words, you should definitely have a good hold over the passage, right? So for that, how many times you have read the passage?
Sir, 2 times. First times to understand the passage. Second time to divide in 3 parts and highlight the major points. And third time I started writing, sir, in my own language.
Yeah, okay, okay. So thanks a lot. Like from the very beginning, Mr. Keshav sir has been emphasizing on writing, reproducing this precise writing and this reading comprehension access in your own words. That is very, very important. And also, I think he has been emphasizing on multiple reads of the given passages, right? Whether it is maybe for precise or this reading comprehension part. Okay. How about Mr. Saurabh and Mr. Abhinav? Any insights from these areas, like for precise?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, go on, sir. Just a minute, Abhinav.
Yes, sir. So as far as Précis is concerned, sir, so like I have mentioned in my previous session also, I've been giving this CAPF since 2021. So I'm a guy who, although if he is not fully prepared, but still I go for the examination. So first time when I wrote this Précis, I didn't know what these boxes were for. So I was completely blank. I was thinking, what is these boxes? I had this impression like we have to write Précis in 1/3 form. So I wrote it in a full, sentence form. I ignored the boxes. So first time I wrote like this. Then sir, second time what I did was I saw some previous year question booklets, some solved answers. Then I figure out like, oh, this has to be the format for Précis. So I improved my format. And like sir, you have Keshav.
I hope his voice breaks, right? Or is it the case only for Keshav? Are you able to hear what Mr. Saurabh has said lastly?
No, sir. No, sir. He's stuck.
Okay, okay. Saurabh, I hope you need to repeat your last point once. And there is some network issue from Saurabh, it seems. Okay. Until Saurabh connects, can we go with Mr. Abhinav?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Go on.
So when it comes to Précis, the format is very important. Like if they ask you, like the reading instructions in this second paper is very important. So if they ask you to write in 1/3, and for suppose we have 450 words, then 1/3 is around 150. So you can go 10% here and there, like you can go from 145 to 155 words, but not less than that, not more than that. And secondly, there are like boxes for each and every word. So if you are writing only A, then that should be attempted in only one box. Not, you cannot combine any other with that. So this is regarding the format. And regarding my strategy to attempt the Précis, I used to have 3 readings. First reading, I used to just understand what is given in the Précis, and in the second reading, I used to underline the important things that I have to mention while writing. And in the third reading, while looking at the Précis and the underlined points, I used to write it in my own words. So this is my strategy towards that.
Okay, okay. So thanks.
And I would emphasize you to practice Précis a lot. Like you do not go directly in a what do you say that? In a galat fehmi. What do you say that in English?
Like, don't go completely blank and go
Yes, sir. Yes.
surprise in the example of the format
Yes.
or of the need how to approach this precise writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we should practice it beforehand.
Okay, okay. So thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav. It was very comprehensive. Thanks a lot. Yes, Mr. Saurabh, please repeat from your last point, Saurabh. We were not able to hear you from your last point.
Yes, sir. So I was saying that, sir, like you have mentioned about the importance of newspaper. So I used to read this newspaper on a daily basis, starting from 2000.
Yes, Saurabh, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Go on.
Am I audible, sir? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes,
So-
you are audible. Go on, go on.
So I started, sir. Yes, sir. So I started this reading newspaper, and plus, sir, I used to read this books. So I had a very good hold on understanding these paragraphs. So also, sir, I have practiced these Précis while preparing for this 22 or 23 attempt. So I had this very good understanding of the paragraph. So whenever I used to give it a reading, like in first reading, I used to figure out what the paragraph is trying to tell me. Then, sir, like Keshav has mentioned, I also divide this in 3 segments. So after these 3 segments, I try to write it in my own language rather than copying it from the above paragraph. So, and also, sir, I ensure that I do not exceed the word limit, because there is this word limit and we have to write it in 1/3. So I used to ensure that I do not exceed the word limit and complete it in a good handwriting. That's it, sir.
Okay, okay. So thanks a lot. So to give a very brief about what all these 3 topics have said, like first of all, you should read the instruction properly. Like if there is this 1/3, you should restrict to 1/3 with plus or minus this 10% as has been emphasized by Mr. Abhinav. Second thing is you should read the given passage at least for 2-3 times, because Mr. Saurabh has been an avid reader. I know him personally in that regard. So he may be able to grasp what has been given in a 1 single read or max by 2 read. But it is very much recommended for the other candidates to go for at least 2 to 3 reads so as to get what has been given in the passage, what is the crux of the passage, right? So, and the next part is you have to reproduce that in your own words. And as Mr. Abhinav has said that even if it is a letter A, then that should be one box. You shouldn't write anything there, right? But don't take a separate box for giving this full stop or comma, etc. Full stop or comma can be given in the same box where you wish to complete the sentence, right? So, and also you need not give any space, like don't try to break it into passages, the precise that you are writing in one third. Don't try to, because when we come across this answer copies, we see all these stuff. That is why I'm saying, like they used to write in a paragraph format and then give some box of spaces. And then they will go and start writing in the next paragraph. You need not do all those things. You can simply write as a continuous form, right? Like a continuous paragraph. Right, so this is all with respect to the precise writing, and thanks a lot for Mr. Keshav and Mr. Saurabh, Mr. Abhinav. So how about the candidates? Like, are you guys clear with this precise writing part? So can we go on with the next reading comprehension part, or do you guys have any queries? Okay, I have. I think that we have got some very good response from the candidates. So moving on with Mr. This reading comprehension part. So we will start with from Mr. Keshav. Yes, Keshav, reading comprehension.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, sir, there are no word limits in this comprehension writing to write your answer. So after, so before reading,
limit.
Yes, sir.
Although there is no word limit, there is space limit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? Have to keep that in mind. Yeah,
Yes,
go on, go on.
I meant to say that, sir, you'll have to like satisfy the demand of the question. And so what I used to do was, before reading the passage, I used to read the question, and I used to understand the demands of all 5 questions and highlight the demands like in bracket or something. And then I used to read the passage, and I on the question paper only, like first one answer yahan pe, this one, second one this one, and then I tried to write that in my language, sir, in the answer sheet. So that's the strategy that I followed during the comprehension writing.
So how many times you read the passage here in this reading comprehension part? Like
So
once
2
you
times.
read it, 2 times. Okay, okay.
2 times.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So anything else from your side for this RC for Keshav?
So that's the only thing. So that's the strategy I followed.
Okay, okay. So thank you. And how about Mr. Abhinav and Keshav? Sorry, yes, Saurabh. I'm very, very sorry, sir.
No issue, sir. Like sir, same strategy, yes, sir. No different strategy, same strategy. Although, sir, in this 2024, this reading comprehension, the paragraph was a bit tricky. Even I took 2 attempts to get the crux of this particular paragraph. So I had
one of the
2
toughest
readings.
passage. Right,
Yes,
it was
sir.
one of the toughest passage for this reading comprehension, but it was too philosophical, right? Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Keshav.
sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I would like to emphasize that, sir, the most common mistake like the student do here is like they try to copy paste the like statements from the passage to their answer sheet. So I don't think that's a good way. Try to write in your language only, sir. Understand it properly and then try to write in your own language. That
Yes.
will fetch you good marks.
Definitely, and that's a very good point. Thank you,
Yes,
Keshav. Yes, Mr. Saurabh, please continue. Sorry for the interruption.
That's it from my side, sir. That's it.
Okay, okay. So thanks a lot, Saurabh. And Mr. Abhinav, please.
Yes, sir. Even I followed the same strategy. First, I used to read the questions, then understand the questions, then go for the passage. And you can note down where you have find the question in the passage. Then you can go for another reading and you can write down the answer.
Okay.
And sir, it is not like any single word answer. So it is analytical every time. So you have to be brief. Like you cannot just briefly write about what I have asked. You have to fulfill the whole demand of the question. So there is ample amount of space given. So utilize that.
Okay. So
And do not go with any rigid framework to attempt this whole paper. Like this year, the comprehension was very tough to understand. So you can also go for 2, 3, or 4 readings if you are not able to understand. I do not just go with a rigid framework that I will read only once or twice. You should
that's a
adapt
very good
accordingly.
insight. That's a very good insight, sorry, Abhinav. Thanks a lot. So to give a very brief framework about this RC part, first of all, try to read the given, before this passage, try to read the questions. This has been emphasized by Mr. Abhinav in the last session also. Like, first of all, read the given questions and try to understand the demand of the questions. After that, you can come and read the passage, right? Even then you have to read at least for 2 to 3 times. And for a question like this 2024 RC, then you should definitely go for at least a minimum of 3 to 4 readings. It was very tough actually, too philosophical, and the vocabulary was also very hard to get from the meaning of it from the given context. So in that case, don't go with the rigid framework as has been rightly pointed out by Mr. Abhinav. So that is one thing. And one more thing is, don't go with any framework like for writing the answer. As has been said by Mr. Keshav, Abhinav, and Saurabh, you can just go with trying to address the holistic demand of the question, because this is completely analytical part that you have to write in your own words. First of all, try to understand the passage, try to understand the demand of each and every question, and then try to give answers in your own words. This has also been very consistently emphasized by all the 3 topics, writing it in your own words, right? So this is a brief recap of this RC part. So anyone has any queries, and are the candidates clear with this RC part, how to approach it, and what are the other nuances? So thanks a lot, Praveen, Saurabh, Harish, Rajwal, thanks a lot. So are we going to go with the final last session, this grammar part? Okay, so I hope we are good to go. Yes, Mr. Keshav, we'll start with Keshav and we'll go with the Saurabh and Abhi. Yes. Grammar part.
So, sir, this was like my weakest part,
Okay.
and I did not prepare it properly, and I was highly dependent on like phrasal verb and sentence correction. So that was like 15 out of 25. So I was dependent on that only, sir.
Okay.
So like
You went
Abhinav and
at the
Saurabh,
edge. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So nothing, no issues. We'll just go with can we go with Abhinav and Saurabh then?
Sir, can I suggest something to students?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
what they can do?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, so what I did in last like 5 days, that's only, sir. So
Okay.
what I did was I was like I observed the last 5 6 years of grammar, and then I was like what are the like most frequent ones. So I found like speech, voice, neither nor, preposition. So I searched them on YouTube, and like I used to watch them like 15 to 20 minutes videos, and I tried to note down few points there, and that helped me. Like I was able to get like 5 to 10 5 out of 10 questions correct there. So that was helpful for me, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Mr. Abhinav wants to say something. It's just a minute. Yes, Abhinav?
Sir, let Keshav complete, then I'll.
Okay. Yes, Keshav, please go on.
Okay, so I am done. I'm done, sir. Let
You're
him
done. Okay, so you are saying that for the rest 10 questions, you have just gone through this YouTube for the
Yes, sir.
last 5 days time period. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So your primary focus was on this idioms and phrases part and this error correction part, right?
Yes, sir.
Error
Yes, sir.
spotting part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We will come back to you, and now we'll go with Mr. Abhinav. Yes, Abhinav?
Yes, sir. The grammar part is mostly repetitive, sir. Especially the first 10 questions. So there are questions like neither nor, prepositions, then direct to indirect speech, active to passive voice, assertive tone. So these are all repetitive. Just go through the rules, the ones which are all repeating every year, and you can use ChatGPT for that, sir. In the last week, I have used ChatGPT a lot, sir. Like I used to attempt the questions, then ask whether it is correct, and I used to ask ChatGPT that give me 10 more questions, 20 more questions of similar kind. So then I used to practice them again with the ChatGPT, sir. So this was my strategy regarding grammar.
Sir, your mic is off, sir. Your mic.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sairam, what is your query, Sairam? Like, okay, he has again put in the chat box. Can we write grammar like in our own words as it seems like appropriate as we use language in our day-to-day use? No. See, okay, let others. Yes, Keshav or Abhinav or Saurabh, like, do you guys would like to address it? Can we write grammar like in our own words?
Sir, I didn't completely get Sairam's query, sir.
Sairam, please unmute yourself and please put forward your question verbally clear. Sairam? Sairam. Okay. See, I get your question, Sairam, but the thing is, we cannot go with this kind of our own words when it comes to this English grammar part, because grammar is all about the basic rules, right? So, although we are not clear with the basic rules, that doesn't mean that we can go with whatever we have understood or what we are using in our day-to-day lives. That is not the appropriate way, right? There is no like scope for writing grammar part in our own words. Are you clear, Sairam? Right? You should know the basics of each and every topic, because grammar is also all about this basic rules of sentence making, basic rules of coming up with the right structure to a sentence, etc., etc. So it is not like you can write it in your own words. There is no scope for writing this grammar part in your own words at all, right? So okay, Sairam. So how about Mr. Saurabh? Like your insights on this grammar part?
Sir, I might not be the very best, good guy to ask this particular question because, sir, actually, I won't say my grammar is weak, but I have never practiced it that effectively. Like when I used to give CDS also, my general framework was like I was reading newspaper and books, so I used to simply attempt the question. Like you can say like if I'm reading a sentence and I do not find it appropriate or right, so I'm just able to figure out like this is off, this particular thing
Okay.
is off, so I used to rewrite it like just by convention, my own
I can
convention. So
I
that was
can
my approach.
completely understand your situation, since you are an avid reader who reads more books, and since you are a very regular newspaper reader, I can completely understand your situation. Like you are able to identify what is a mistake or what is the right format and fill it with the right proposition or anything of need. Like I can completely understand. So okay, no issues. So
Yes,
this
yes,
is
sir.
it. Like
And
yeah, go on, go on.
yes, sir. And my main focus in grammar was, sir, the phrasal words. Like there are some phrases and we have to make sentence. So it gives you 10 marks. That is like you are getting these marks free of thing. Like you don't have to put that much of a effort. It is repetitive, and most of these phrasal words you'll easily able to make out their meaning. This year also the phrasal words were very easy. Then there is this 5 questions in which we have to rewrite the sentence and identify some error. So this year, sir, it was again very easy. Like you can easily read the sentence and come up with the thing like where is the error. Plus, sir, this the first part where there is a 10 questions, like Keshav and Abhinav has mentioned, it always comes in a repetitive way. So you can solve the last previous 5-10 years questions, and you will easily see that out of 25 you will be scoring 18 to 20 marks, and if you put some more effort you can easily score 23, 22 marks. That would be enough, sir.
Okay, so thanks a lot, Mr. Keshav, Abhinav, Saurabh. Thanks a lot. So, with the candidates, do you guys have any queries? Is it clear? Like we should know the basics of grammar part, and they have mostly focused on this idioms and phrases part, and then this errors part in part. Since they are more like fetching good marks compared to the first part, 6A, right? But even for 6A, they have given the usage that they can go with the ChatGPT, or you can, in somehow, you can also simply Google it, and there will be some of the institutes that have given the basic rules of it, like starting from Byju's, and then there are so many other institutes who are focused on this IELTS or GRET preparation, which are hard focused on this English part. So you can come to know the basics very authentic from those authentic sources, because they are all based in London or this like UK or US or other sources, like other places, which sounds more authentic to know the rules of all this grammar part. So that I would recommend. So other than that, do you guys have any queries in the grammar part? Or since we have come to an end, any queries overall, any suggestions, feedback, queries, if anything, just you can simply raise your hands, or else we'll just try to wind up the session. How about Sairam, Rajesh, Rahul, Priya, Praveen, Subair, Mantra? So any queries, suggestions, feedbacks, and how you guys felt with the contribution of all three of our toppers, starting from Mr. Keshav, Saurabh Singh, and Mr. Abhinav. Like, what is your feedback about their contributions for today's session? Wonderful session with lot of insights. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Robert. Thanks a lot. And I convey this to all our toppers, Mr. Saurabh, Keshav, and Sairam has, it's good to hear with Keshav and other aspirants. You will give extra boost for the exam. So, What the session, sir. Thank you, Sairam. Thank you, Sudhir. Dinesh, quite valuable. Thank you for the session. Okay, so thanks a lot, Mr. Mantra. Everything was clear, sir, and thank you so much for such wonderful session. Thanks a lot, Mr. Mitra. And, I would like to contribute to all the dedicate all these wishes to our toppers. So anything else from others? How about Praveen, Adipash, others? Rajesh, thanks a lot for the timely session. Okay, okay. Mr. Rajesh. Okay, thanks a lot, Rajesh. Okay, we need to find out you, sir. Okay, okay, no issues finished. Thanks a lot. So I hope we have come to the end of the session where I feel it as my duty to thank each of our toppers. So, okay, there are a few more feedbacks from the candidates. So, Mr. Praveen, no queries, thanks to the officer for giving valuable inputs. Okay, Ms. Priya, wonderful session, came to know about many micro things. Okay, Priya, thank you. Mr. Harish, thank you all for sharing your knowledge here. Okay, okay, so thanks a lot. So, it is time to thank Mr. Keshav, Mr. Saurabh Singh, and Mr. Abhinav for giving a very structured insights to handle this paper too, and giving more nuances on how to approach each and every section of this paper too, starting from this order of approach, and then this having a good hold on this time management by practicing some full length mock test, like a bare minimum of 2 to 3 full length mock test, and then preparing the test of order points by going through multiple sources, and then emphasizing on this newspaper reading and going through the solved question papers of last 10 years. All these are very enlightening to the candidates, I hope, and also emphasizing on the diverse nature of the question and how to prepare accordingly, right? So thanks a lot, Mr. Keshav, Mr. Saurabh, and Mr. Abhinav. Thanks a lot for your valuable time. Thank you all. And I hope that the candidates have found the session very useful, right? If yes, you can just give a very hot and clear for all the officers, right, who are yet to get their this, how do we say, the service allocation, but their officers anyhow.